During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
Hey, Chris, only a couple runs today, 7 hits. You had some opportunities. I'm sure it was a little bit of a frustrating day offensively and things, but just kind of your general thoughts on, you're facing some pretty good arms out there too. Just kind of what's your general thoughts on today and not quite getting the offense you needed to pull it out?
Yeah, you got to tip your hat to their guy, that starter. I mean, Smith was phenomenal. I mean, it was really good, and it's down angle. It's a big kid, and man, we were having a hard time with it. I really tip my hat to him more than, get on my guys. I thought in that 7th, 8th inning we had some opportunities where we might have got something going, and we just didn't have great at-bats. We had gotten a little big as the game went on, but, our guys fought to the end. I thought we had some really good at-bats there in the 9th, and Drew McGowan stuck. It's about the only ball that we could hit to turn him because he runs about 4-1 to first, and it had to be hard hit. It had to be right there, and it's a really good swing off a really good arm.
Next, we'll go to Theo DeRosa from the Columbus Dispatch.
Coach, what did you think of Houston Harding's performance start today?
Well, I thought it was good under the circumstances. I mean, we cranked him up against Texas in the 9th, so he had to warm up in the 9th possibly to close. And then, he found out about 45 minutes before the game today that he had to pitch. So he's been really good for us in the spring training. His strike percentage was just okay today. But like I said, I think that's more for the situation that we put him in. So really tough kid, and to go out in that environment and compete without much preparation, I really, really excited about him.
Next, we'll go to Robbie Falk.
Coach, on those same lines, following him was Brandon Smith, and you've seen him, but we haven't seen him in almost 2 years on the mound. It seemed like he had some stuff back from where he was before his injury. How did you feel like he performed, especially in that situation when he came in with a couple of guys on base?
Yeah, he pitched great. I mean, it's a veteran guy. Now, he still has to get his feet wet again and get excited about being out there. And I think with Brandon, what you're going to see, these guys coming off Tommy John is, man, just every time they pitch, they're a little bit better. Their stuff grows, and he's still in that process right now to where he's going to be a really big piece of our bullpen right now to help us extend the games.
Next, we'll go to Joel Coleman.
Of course, Houston had to start the game today because Will, I think, had a sore neck. Is that correct? And I guess if that's the case, what's his status for tomorrow? Could he possibly pitch? And if he can't, what's kind of your options there?
We got to reassess when we get back. Yeah, he got up and had a knot in his neck after sleeping. So we're working on him. With all our guys, they have a chance for long careers, and to put somebody out there that's not comfortable just isn't a smart decision. So we'll reassess tonight. We got to look at him. We probably won't know about him tonight, and we just got to see what arms we got available for tomorrow and how we match up with Texas Tech. Probably be a lot of guys tomorrow, like you saw today, being that we've had a couple issues here, but we'll be ready to go.
Next, we'll go back to Robbie Falk.
Yeah, Chris, on Brandon again, do you like him coming out of the bullpen? Do you think he has the potential to be a starter down the line? Or what's his role going to be this year, you think?
Well, right now it's out of the bullpen. I think that's the spot where he falls. But, the fall before last, I guess the fall of 19, as we were getting ready for last year's season, we had him projected as a starter. So he has the ability to do both. He has 3 pitches. He's just not worked up. His pitch count volume isn't up enough right now. We've been, bringing him back in 1 inning, 2 inning stints mainly. And today was probably the longest we had thrown him, through our scrimmages and stuff, just trying to get him back out there because he didn't pitch. He barely pitched this fall in terms of he pitched at the end of it. So his spring training was the first time he had really been out there and been able to compete.
I know for guys that have encountered, sorry, Greg, can I ask a follow-up?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know guys that have encountered Tommy John, it's hit or miss sometimes in how they recover from that in their rehab. But like I said, it seemed like he was up in 92, 93, I think, and it seemed like he had his stuff. How did he attack rehab, and how did that go over the course of last year.
Well, he's such a meticulous kid, man. He works so hard. And, the thing with Brandon, out of all our guys, all those young guys we had that first year, he had such feel and command. And sometimes guys that don't come back from Tommy John, it's the guys without feel, which he was the opposite. I mean, he's still running that two-seamer, and he can manipulate the ball and do a lot of things. And he's pretty much just, I think I think you'll see some more velo come as time goes on, and he gets more comfortable and builds arm strength. But I think what you're seeing of him competing and knowing how to pitch, he's always had that.
Take 2 more, and we'll start with Joel Coleman.
Chris, you got to get Xavier Lovett and Patrick and Alford, some of those other guys out there today. Just kind of what was your impressions of what those guys were able to do, and just how much of some of what we're seeing, of course, you had to run a bunch of arms out there today. How much of it is just seeing what you have in those guys, and how much of it is guys that you're going to be able to rely on down the road?
Well, it's a little bit of both. I mean, that's the, as we ran Xavier out there, I'm looking at Fox, and Fox is, he gets to make the decisions. I help him, but he knows the guys so well, man. He's trained them so well, and you'd like to put a guy out there for his first outing in probably a little less pressure situation, but right now with the situation we're in, man, these guys are having to get right in the fire, and so we had to see where we were at, and hopefully after this weekend, and early in the year I try to schedule a little more games just because you want to find out about your pitching staff and find out about your club, and that's what part of this spring training is, and getting out here and playing games. And so I was happy with them. I mean, we got to throw more strikes, especially out of the pen. But the one thing we did is we pitched out of jams, and that shows you the toughness of our staff.
All right, if there's nothing else, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.